Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, we are going to use one of the glitters that could have been included in day 9 of the Artistry Advent Calendar box. Now we did skip day 8 simply because it was a Christmas ornament mold and some snowflake earrings, so we're skipping that one since we are past Christmas, but we're moving right along to day 9. But before we move along, I wanted to share some exciting news with y'all. One of the companies that I just absolutely adore, Slide Hustle, is coming out with a new product. We have used many of their water slides and they are now going to be doing vinyl, which is super exciting. They already have some of my favorite patterns available in vinyl on their website, and they are also doing spot white decals, meaning you can put the decals on any color base and the color will pop. We're going to grab my favorite out of all of these vinyls and use it on a prepped 32-ounce plum from the Steel Magnolia. I'm just going to trim this so that it falls perfectly right below the top rim and right above the bottom rim. Trim off a little bit of that backing so we expose about a ½ inch to an inch of that sticky portion of the vinyl, and then we're going to line that up on the tumbler so that it's just a hair down above that top rim. Press the sticky part down and then work our way around the tumbler, pressing our vinyl down as we go. Once I have laid my vinyl down and trimmed off that excess and removed the vinyl from over top and underneath what we have on our tumbler, I'm going to take some painter's tape and tape off the bottom of this tumbler. Now, I did attempt to put the Tree Farm glitter over top of that white, and I really didn't like how it turned out. So just ignore that it is got glitter on it right now. We are going to go back and paint that pink and then add the glitter on top of the pink. So for the top portion of this tumbler, we're just going to do a waterfall of the Tree Farm glitter from COLORFLEX. So I'm adding on a coat of glitter glue to the top, probably 3/4 of this tumbler, since we're not going to put the glitter all the way down. I'm going to take my glitter and go heavy around that top rim and then tilt my tumbler down towards the table and sprinkle that glitter on so it falls down towards the bottom and has a really nice waterfall ombre towards the center of this tumbler. After I finished my glitter on the top portion, I washed off the glitter that I had on the bottom while my glitter glue was still wet, and then we're going to go in with the Glam COLORFLEX Color Fix paint. I'm going to give this a couple coats and then we're going to go back in with the Tree Farm glitter, and it's going to really blend into this tumbler and the design a whole lot better than putting it over top of white. Once I finished my glitter application, I immediately removed that tape, allowed this to dry for about an hour, and then I spray sealed it twice with Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Coat. I gave this 2 coats of epoxy and sanded it until it was smooth and it was ready for our decal. So I'm making a couple tumblers for this amazing company. And unfortunately, I had ran out of my printable vinyl at this point, so I wanted to show you how I used water slide and created an offset and put this all together. So I have some matte white printable vinyl, and I imported the image that she wanted me to use into Design Space, and I created a 0.045 offset of that image. I changed the offset from print to cut so that I could cut it on the pretty holographic vinyl that we have from TeckWrapcraft. And then before I applied it to the tumbler, now you can do this either way. You can apply your water slide to your offset before you put it on your tumbler, or apply your offset to your tumbler and then add on your water slide. To me, since we are layering a water slide on top of vinyl, which can be difficult at times, just made more sense to work with a flat surface. So I wet my water slide just using a spray bottle instead of completely saturating it, and applied the water slide to my offset. I lined it up, held it in place, and then very carefully took my squeegee tool over top of it and pressed out any of that water. You can use a coffee filter or tissue paper like you would put in a gift bag to dry up any excess water, and it's not going to pull on your water slide and damage it in any way. It just absorbs the water and glides really nicely over top of your water slide. I gave this a couple hours to dry, just as you would if you were to apply a water slide directly to your tumbler or other epoxy project. And now it is time to add it to the tumbler. You do not want to use any sort of transfer tape over top of it because it can remove some of the ink from your water slide. Although it is sealed twice with Rust-Oleum Matte Clear Coat, it can still come off of there. So just to be safe, I'm going to place this by hand, and then I will show you how I line up the stars since they are not attached to the image. Now, of course, I'm still using the same piece of backing that we trimmed or we cut our holographic vinyl on. So it has a very faint outline of where our image was. So I'm just going to trim off a little bit of that backing out from underneath of my stars. I'm going to line up the outline that I can faintly see on the backing with the image that is already on our tumbler, and then use the hinge method to press these stars down. Our water slide was already sealed prior to adding to our offset, so there was no need to seal this up. We could go in with our final layers of epoxy. I know I always show that, and I apologize for whatever reason I forgot, but I did add in some diamond dust from PDB Creative Studio into my final coat to give it some extra shimmer all over that vinyl. And speaking of vinyl, once again, this is a new product from Slide Hustle Etsy shop. So make sure you are part of our Brittany Barnes Boutique Tumbler art group or part of the Slide Hustle group. I will have both of them listed down below in the description for you so that you can be the first to know when these new patterns drop in their vinyl collection. That is all for today. Thank you all so much, and we will see you next time.